Is there a crossover, I guess, between like the algorithms and I guess really what we're a lot of times trying to do is model a workflow that an expert, a domain expert would go through to solve a problem, right? So that's not necessarily an algorithm, but it's more of modeling the workflow or the thought process. Is there a difference there, or am I
Yeah,
thinking too
there's,
much?
I mean, there's a difference between what they call rule-based type of logic, you know, and that's what we used to do, right? We used to create kind of rules-based things to mimic uh, things.
Mhm.
What's really changed, you know, and I would say this happened probably around 2014, um, deep learning, right?
Yep.
You know, this is where basically we're starting to do things that you really are not based on rules. You know, they are starting to mimic kind of human behavior, being able to recognize the difference between the cat and dog. Uh,
Mhm.
that's not a rules-based system. That's a very complicated neural network with weights in it that
Mhm.
basically you've trained to do that.
Mhm.
And that's what your car does, right? Your car is getting trained to recognize stop signs and objects and people around it. You know, and
Mhm.
so that's the big transition that happened. You know, and when I looked at it, it looks like around 2014. You know, if you look at the Google data, that's when AI ops search, all that stuff started to take off right then, right?
Okay.
And I think it's mostly because these neural networks got big enough to solve real world problems, right? You know, we got enough compute power, enough data to train them
Mhm.
that we started solving interesting problems. You know, compared to, like I said, back 20 years ago, I did my master's. I was trying to build a little neural network to recognize, for radio communication stuff. Um, it's just you couldn't build something big enough, right? You couldn't build neural networks big enough there to do interesting things. Now we got we got billions of this big, right? These things are, the number of nodes is millions, tens of
Mhm.
millions.